Cricket is a game of heritage, and on February 14, 2026, at the legendary Eden Gardens, we saw two neighbors meet in a clash of high stakes. Match 23 of the T20 World Cup wasn't just Scotland versus England, it was a battle for survival in a treacherous Group C. England, coming off a bruising loss to the West Indies, were desperate to steady their campaign. Scotland, meanwhile, arrived with the belief that they could finally secure their first-ever T20 victory over their neighbors. The atmosphere in Kolkata was electric. The pitch looked true, and as Harry Brook won the toss and chose to bowl, the stage was set for a classic encounter. The match began with a burst of fire from Jofra Archer. In a single over, he removed the dangerous George Munsey and Brandon McMullen, leaving Scotland reeling at 18 for 2. When Michael Jones fell shortly after, the scoreboard read a precarious 42 for 3. But Scotland is a side that refuses to be bullied. Captain Richie Barrington played what was arguably the finest knock of his career. Alongside Tom Bruce, he stitched together a 71-run partnership that silenced the English fans. Barrington was masterly, finding the boundary with clinical precision. He fell just 1 run short of a milestone, trapped LBW by Adil Rashid for 49 off 32 balls. His leadership took Scotland to a respectable 152 all-out, a total that felt small on paper but was vastly more dangerous on a pitch that was starting to grip. Then came the chase, and for a moment, the world held its breath. Within 2 overs, the unthinkable happened. Phil Salt fell for 2, and the captain Jos Buttler was caught for 3. England were 13 for 2, and the ghosts of past upsets began to circle Eden Gardens. The Scottish bowlers, Brad Curry and Brandon McMullen, were bowling with their hearts on their sleeves. Every dot ball felt like a victory. Every appeal was a roar. England weren't just chasing a total, they were chasing their composure. They needed a hero, and they found one in the most composed young man in the dugout, Tom Banton. Tom Banton had struggled in the tournament's early games, but today, he was a different beast. He didn't just bat, he managed the game. He found a vital ally in Jacob Bethel, whose 32 off 28 balls stabilized the ship. When Bethel and Harry Brook fell in quick succession, leaving England at 86 for 4, the tension was palpable. But Banton remained. He accelerated when the spinners came on, taking 22 runs off a single Mark Watt over. He reached his 50 with a defiant punch through the covers and finished unbeaten on 63 off 41 balls. Supported by Sam Curran's brisk 28, Banton ensured that the shock of Kolkata remained just a possibility and not a reality. In the end, Will Jacks sealed the deal with a towering 6 and a 4 in the 19th over, handing England a 5-wicket victory. England walked away with 2 points, but Scotland walked away with the respect of every fan in the Eden Gardens at Kolkata. The road to the Super 8s continues.